Good morning students, let us discuss about the electronic configuration of atoms. So here, first of all let us see what is electronic configuration. So electronic configuration is nothing but what here, the distribution of electrons. What is electronic configuration? The distribution of electrons into orbitals of an atom we call it as electronic configuration. Okay, so means what here, for example, if I have been taking 1s2, two electrons we are having, that electrons how we are writing in the orbital, we are writing yes or no. So that one we call it as what here, electronic configuration. For example, I have taken 1s2, so means what happened here, this 2 is the electrons, the distribution of electrons of into orbitals. This is an orbit of an atom. Okay, so this one we call it as electronic configuration representation. So generally here the electronic configuration is having different rules. Okay, the electronic configuration is governed by different rules. So what is the different rules we can say? One is represented by S power A, P power B, D power C, so on. Like this we are representing. Yes or no? So another one what we are drawing? Orbital diagram. Coming to here, if you have seen S block elements, this is one orbital, one subshell. So coming to P, it is having 3 subshells. Coming to D, it is having 5 subshells, that is 5 orbitals. So in the first notation, the subshell is represented by the letter, symbol and the number of electrons present in the subshell. Okay, like as the subscript like A, B, C. Here A will have 2 electrons, B will be having 3 electrons, C will be having 10 electrons, like that. So what happens here in the first, let us discuss about first one. In the first step what happens, the subshell is represented by the letter, symbol and the number of electrons present in the subshell is subshell as a subscript, superscript like A, B, C, so on. So means what here in the first step, what happening here, whatever the subshell we are taking here, it is represented by a letter first of all, that is S, P, D, F, like that. It is represented by the letter symbol and the number of electrons present in the subshell. So means for example, here the electrons is present. Let us think this is an electron. So 1s2 I am taking. How we are representing? First of we are taking A, B, C. Okay, this is about first step. Similarly, the subshell represent, for example, if you are taking differentials, it is differentiated by writing the principal quantum number, we can say. So what happens in next? What will happen? The similar subshell. So whatever subshell we are taking, the similar subshell represented by differentials is differentiated by writing principal quantum number, we can say. Principal quantum number before the subshell. Means what here? If you have observed, so here the whatever subshell we are taking, it is represented by the differentials. So yes or no? The subshells is representing SPD is a different subshells. So by writing what here? Principal quantum number before the subshell. So means what here? Generally the maximum number of electrons that an orbital which contains here 2n square, where n is the what here? The maximum number of electrons in an orbit is 2n square, where n is nothing but principal quantum number. So here the number of orbitals in a principal quantum number level is what here? The number of orbitals in a principal quantum number is nothing but what here? n square we are representing. Okay, so means what we can say here? In the second notation, means in the second step, this is all about first point only we are speaking. So coming to second problem. So what is the second one? Orbital diagram. So means what will happen in the second step? What will be doing? In the second step, we will be having each orbital of the subshell, means whatever orbital s, p, d, f, means s orbital, p orbital, d orbital. Okay, so means each orbital of the subshell is represented by a box and the electron is represented by positive spin and also negative spin. Okay, and the electron is represented by a positive and negative spin, we can say. Means the advantage of the second notation, what is that over the first? It represents all four quantum numbers, s, p, d, f, 4 quantum numbers it can represent. So means what we can say here? Each subshell, means each subshell whatever we are taking, this means the each orbital of the subshell is represented by a box, if you have observed. So here the electron whatever we are taking, it is represented by a positive charge and also negative charge, we can say. So if some negative spin, positive spin. If suppose the arrow is in like this, it is a positive spin. If suppose the arrow is in like this, it is a negative spin, means which is in opposite direction, we can say. Okay, so here the energy level for which n plus l is lower is the lower energy level. The n plus l values of two energy levels are equal, then the energy level n is less is the lower energy level, we can say. So for example, if you have been taking 1s orbital, let us consider hydrogen atom. So how we will be writing? Hydrogen atom is having only one electron. What is its atomic number? 1. So it is having only one electron, so it will go to the first lower energy level. That only I am speaking here. hydrogen energy will go to first energy level, that is 1s. Okay, so then the electronic configuration, how we'll be writing? 1s 1. So means what? It is having only one electron. So we are representing here s orbital will be having only one electron for hydrogen. In the similar way, if you are taking helium atom, so helium atom is nothing but what? The second electron in helium will also occupy the 1s orbital. So how we will be having the electronic configuration? 1s2. Okay, so as we mentioned above, the two electrons differ from each other with opposite spin. So if you have seen, it is representing the opposite spin. So let us see the orbital, that is 1s. It is also 1s, it is also 1s. And the third electron, if you are taking a lithium atom, okay, that is 1s2, 2s1 we can say. So lithium is not allowed in the 1s orbital. Okay, the third electron of the lithium, whatever it is there. So in hydrogen atom, one electron is in 1s, and helium atom, 2s electron is, second electron is in also 1s. But coming to here, the third electron, whatever it is present in the lithium atom, it will not enter into the 1s orbital. Why? Because if you have learned the Pauli's exclusion principle, what will happen after filling the electrons on, means no pairing of electron takes place in the same subshell we have learned. Yes or no? What is Pauli's exclusion principle? According to Pauli's exclusion principle, no pairing of electrons. So this is a pairing of electron. After pairing, we have to go to next subshell. So that's why we are taking as a 2s1, means it contains more electron. So here you will be having the electronic configuration 1s2 and 2s1. And coming to beryllium atom, if you have seen, what is the electronic configuration? Beryllium atom 1s2, 2s2. So here you will be having electrons, 2 electrons. Here also you will be having 2 electrons. Okay, so this is 1s, this is 2s. So here what will happen? This is about the 1s. If suppose if you are taking boron, means what? The electrons will increase. Boron is nothing but what here? Boron is having p orbital. So here now the configuration how we will be getting? 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Why? Because its atomic number is 5. So we, according to atomic number we are writing. So here pairing of electron has been taken place. So that's why we are entering into next electron according to the Pauli's exclusion principle. P orbital, how many subshells it will contain? 3 subshells, that is px, py, pz. So this is nothing but division of the subshells. Okay, so like this we have to write. Okay, so this is nothing but electronic configuration of atoms, and we will be having the electrons in the completely filled shells. If you are taking that one, whatever the electrons is completely filling here. For example, if you are taking neon atom, so neon is having electronic atomic number 10. It is having configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, if you have count 6 plus 4, 10. So here 2 electrons 1s, here 2 electrons 2s, and coming to here p orbital. This is the 2p6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so means what here? Completely filled orbitals. This one we call it as core electrons. Okay, so means what? And the electrons which are added to electronic shell with the highest principal, means completely filled orbitals, what we call completely filled shells, we call it as core electrons. So these are completely filled, no vacant orbital is present. Yes or no? And the electrons which are added to electronic shell, with the highest principal quantum number also we call it as valence electron. Means for example electrons in neon are the core electrons, electron from sodium to argon, okay, which is having highest quantum number. For example sodium, if you have taken, it is having atomic number 11, so the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So this one we call it as what here, valence electrons, okay. So in potassium, calcium, the 4s orbital is lower energy compared to the 3d orbitals, so these are occupied by 1 and the 2 electrons, like that, okay. And also coming to d block elements, it will be having new pattern, that is in d block elements we are having 10 elements. It is divided into 3 blocks, that is 3d, 4d, 5d series, okay. So each element consists of 10 electrons. So means what, scandium, titanium, vanadium. So that one will be the electronic configuration of this electrons. And many of you are getting doubt that what is the use of knowing the electronic configuration, yes or no. So why we are using the electronic configuration? So why we are using electronic configuration is nothing but here the modern approach of the chemistry, means it depends almost entirely on the, so according to our modern chemistry, it depends almost on the electronic configuration to explain chemical behavior. For example, questions like why two or more atoms combine to form molecules, okay, means what, atom is nothing but a smallest particle. Coming to molecule, what, by combining atoms only we are getting a molecule. So some metals, we are knowing that some elements are metals while are non-metals. Why elements like helium and are non-reactive, but elements like the halogen are reactive? This simple explanation is all from the electronic configuration only we are discussing, okay. So because of the electronic configuration we will be knowing that atoms can combine the molecule, and because and chemical behavior mainly we are going to know. So this is nothing but electronic configuration. Now let us discuss about stability of half filled and completely filled orbitals. Stability of half filled and completely filled subshell configuration. Generally in the ground state means what here, without applying any energy, the ground state electronic configuration of an atom of element always will have the lowest total energy, total electronic configuration, okay. So from the basic rules, for example if you are taking copper and chromium, okay, what is the, means what, the configuration with orbitals of same subshell, if you are having half filled or completely filled, they will be having the most stable. We are saying why it is we are saying most stable, it follows two rules, that is one is symmetry of orbitals, another one is exchange energy. If you have seen, we are saying what here, stability of, means half filled and completely filled subshells will be having more stability. So let us see first of all symmetry of orbitals. So means what here, the configuration with orbitals of same subshell, the configuration with orbitals of same subshell are half filled, we are saying are half filled or completely filled involve Symmetrical distribution we are saying means whether it is half filled or completely sealed, what will happen? It involves symmetrical distribution. So means what here? Let us take chromium. So what is the atomic number of chromium? 24. So we are writing the configuration here, electronic configuration organ. Why? Because it is having 18 electrons. That is 3s1. Sorry. What is this electronic configuration? Generally, if you have written 3d4, 4s2. So this is the electronic configuration. 18 plus 2, 20, 24. Okay. So if you are writing like this, the configuration, let us take 3d4. It is divided into 5 subshells. 4s2. So 3d4 no 1 2 3 4. So this is an unsymmetrical we are saying. So why? Because it is not having equal energy levels. It is having opposite spin. It is having only one spin, that is in all will be going in positive direction. But coming to here unsymmetrical, it is taking place. Why? Because it is not stability we can say, and also it is not in same direction. If you have seen the direction is different. So that's why it is unsymmetrical. This is actual configuration is wrong. But what is the actual configuration here? Organ 3d5 4s1. So this is the actual configuration. This is the right. So then we will be writing as orbitals of here. Sorry for the disturbance. So actual configuration we are going to write here is nothing but 3d5 of 1 2 3 4 5, and coming to here 4s1. Okay, so this is nothing but actual configuration. So this is a symmetrical, which is a stable also we can say. Why? Because if you have observed, the spins whatever we are taking all is in a same direction. That when we call it as symmetrical. So there will be exchanging takes place. So this is nothing but what here? 3 electrons is exchanged by 2 electrons. So this is nothing but symmetry of the orbitals. Next one we are having exchange energy. What is the next rule? Exchange energy. So what is exchange energy here? What we can say? Exchange energy is nothing but in an atom. If you are taking in an atom, the different electrons, means electrons present in different orbitals of same set shell, they will exchange their positions. Okay, so with the release of small amount of energy called exchange energy. So what is exchange energy here? In an atom, the electrons present in different orbitals of same subshell will exchange their positions with release of small amount of energy. This one we call it as what here? Exchange energy. So what is exchange energy here? When you are taking an atom, the electrons, whatever it is present, it will shift to the next position. That one we call it as exchange of energy with a small amount of energy. So here half-filled subshell configuration allow maximum exchange of electrons, we can say. Such configuration will be having more stability. So if you have observed, same in the chromium, okay. So in chromium generally the configuration is 24. We are having electronic configuration organ 3d4 4s2. If you are taking same example, so the three, if you have considered 3d orbital here and 4s orbital here, so what will happen here? It is having 4 electrons, it is having 2 electrons, okay. So here what will happen? 10 exchange pairs are possible, we can say. Why? Because here if you have seen here, this electron will come here, these 2 electrons can exchange, okay. Like this it can be exchanging. And also if you have taken this one only with organ 3d5 4s2 3d5 4s2 4s1, sorry. So it is having 1 electron, it is having 5 electrons. So it can take 15 exchange, it can take 10 exchange. So how we will be having? So exchange energy is based upon the Hund's rule, we can say. So Hund's rule is nothing but what here? After filling the electrons on it to the next orbit, we have to come here, okay. So which will be having equal energy and also parallel spins. In other words, what we can say, the extra stability of half filled and completely filled subshells is due to relatively small shielding, we can say, smaller repulsions energy, we can say, large exchanger energy also, we can say. So because of this reason only, these are half filled and completely filled orbitals are stable. So if you are taking d5 electron, so what I have told you here, 15 exchange reactions we are taking, we have told them. So how it is going to happen? Let us see. Consider orbital 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 2 3 4 5 we are taking. Here what will happen? 4 exchange by electron 1. So means what? If you are taking exchanging means what? Electrons is changing. These 4 orbitals whatever we are taking, so this is exchange, this is exchange, this is exchange, this is also exchange. Which orbital? By first orbital. Here what happening? 4 exchange by electron 1, we can say. Next one, in the next step what we can say? Two exchanged by three orbitals. Electron 2 means this 3 exchanged by 2. In the similar way, if you have taken again this type of orbital, what will happen? 2 exchange by electron 3, 1 exchange by electron 4. So like this we can exchange the electrons. Totally we are going to have the 15 exchange of electrons like this, okay. So this is nothing but stability of completely filled and half filled subshells and also electronic configuration. By this your first unit is completed, that is atomic structure. Thank you.